Slot machines didn't begin as the flashing, noisy digital spectacles we know today. Their story starts quietly, almost innocently, in the late 19th century, at a time when gambling itself was still finding its place in society. Before casinos dominated city blocks and resort floors, gambling was informal, mechanical, and often hidden in plain sight. The earliest slot machines weren't built to hypnotize players, they were built to work. The first true slot machine is widely credited to Charles Fay, a San Francisco mechanic who, in the 1990s, created the Liberty Bell. This machine used 3 spinning reels and 5 simple symbols: horseshoes, diamonds, spades, hearts, and a cracked Liberty Bell. The design was revolutionary not because it was flashy, but because it was automatic. For the first time, a machine could determine outcomes and pay winnings without a human dealer. The Liberty Bell didn't just simplify gambling, it standardized it. The symbols, payout structure, and odds were baked directly into the machine. This removed ambiguity and eliminated disputes. Players didn't argue with the machine, they accepted its result. That quiet authority would become a defining trait of slot machines for the next century. Early slot machines quickly spread through saloons, bars, and cigar shops, but gambling laws were inconsistent and often hostile. To survive, slot machines adapted. Instead of cash payouts, some machines rewarded players with candy, drinks, or chewing gum. That's why fruit symbols like cherries and lemons became common. Each represented a flavor of gum. What started as a legal workaround eventually became a visual tradition that still exists today. As slot machines grew more popular, governments took notice. By the early 20th century, many regions banned or heavily restricted them. Casinos, where they existed, focused more on table games. But slots never disappeared. They went underground, tucked into back rooms and private clubs. Their simplicity made them resilient. Unlike table games, they didn't require training, etiquette, or social confidence. Anyone could play. The next major leap came with the introduction of electromechanical slots in the 1960s. Bally's Money Honey changed everything. While reels still spun physically, internal electrical systems controlled payouts and allowed for larger jackpots. This was the moment slots began shifting from novelty machines to profit engines. Casinos realized that players liked not just winning, but the possibility of winning big. Electromechanical design also allowed casinos to adjust payout percentages more easily. For the first time, slot machines could be fine-tuned to maximize long-term profitability while still offering frequent small wins. This balance, small rewards paired with rare big ones, became the emotional core of slot play. The 1980s ushered in the digital era. Video slots replaced mechanical reels with screens, opening the door to themes, animations, and bonus features. No longer limited by physical space, designers could create complex games with dozens of symbols and multiple pay lines. Slot machines stopped looking like machines and started looking like entertainment systems. This transformation wasn't just visual, it was psychological. Video slots introduced near misses, bonus rounds, and sound effects engineered to trigger excitement. The reels were no longer bound by physics. Outcomes were controlled by random number generators, not spinning metal. Players still saw reels, but the game was now happening entirely behind the screen. Casinos embraced this shift wholeheartedly. Video slots took up less space, required less maintenance, and generated more revenue per square foot than table games. Entire casino floors began to revolve around them. Slots weren't just another option, they became the backbone of casino profits. As technology advanced, so did data collection. Modern slot machines track player behavior in real time. How long you play, how much you bet, when you leave, every action feeds into casino analytics. Loyalty cards turned slot play into a feedback loop, offering rewards that encouraged longer sessions and repeat visits. The rise of progressive jackpots added another layer. Machines could now be linked together, feeding a growing prize pool. The jackpot became a story in itself, advertised, teased, and celebrated. Even players who knew the odds were slim were drawn to the dream. Slots sold hope as much as entertainment. Online slots marked yet another evolution. Freed from physical casinos, slot games exploded in variety. Themes became more elaborate, mechanics more complex, and volatility more customizable. Players could choose games that fit their risk tolerance, even if they didn't fully understand what that meant. The core principles remained the same, but the scale expanded massively. Mobile gaming blurred the line between gambling and casual play. Bright visuals, quick spins, and constant engagement made slot mechanics familiar even to non-gamblers. This normalization reshaped how people perceive slots, not as gambling first, but as games with gambling elements. Throughout their history, slot machines have adapted to culture, law, and technology better than any other casino game. They've survived bans, rebrands, and revolutions because they evolve without losing their core appeal: simplicity, anticipation, and instant resolution. Quick pause for a second. If you're finding this helpful so far, consider subscribing. This channel is all about understanding the games, the math behind them, and how casinos really work, so you can make smarter decisions at the table. And don't go anywhere yet. What's coming up next is one of the most important parts of this video, and it ties everything we've talked about together. One lesser-known chapter in slot history involves how early machines were physically cheated and how that shaped modern design. Players once used magnets, shaved coins, or even tilted machines to influence outcomes. These exploits forced manufacturers to reinforce cabinets, redesign coin mechanisms, and eventually move outcomes entirely into software. Many modern security features exist because someone, somewhere, figured out how to break the old machines. Slot machine sounds also have a history of their own. Early mechanical slots produced real physical noises: the clank of reels, the snap of springs, the drop of coins. When video slots emerged, designers intentionally recreated those sounds digitally. Even today, many machines use exaggerated coin drop audio despite paying out electronically, because those sounds trigger excitement and reinforce the sensation of winning. Another interesting evolution is how pay tables slowly disappeared from prominence. Early slot machines clearly displayed payouts, making odds easier to understand. Modern machines often hide or minimize pay tables, requiring players to navigate menus. This shift didn't change the math, but it changed player awareness. The less visible the rules, the more players rely on emotion instead of understanding. Slot machines also played a major role in shaping casino floor layouts. In the early days, slots were placed along walls or near entrances as casual attractions. As revenue data became clearer, casinos moved slots to central high-traffic areas. Today, the loudest, brightest machines often sit where foot traffic is heaviest, drawing players inward like gravitational centers. The concept of denomination scaling is another quiet evolution. Early slots were almost exclusively penny or nickel machines. Modern slots allow players to wager pennies or hundreds of dollars per spin on the same machine. This flexibility widened the audience dramatically, allowing casinos to serve casual players and high rollers with the same hardware. Slot volatility itself evolved alongside player behavior. Older machines offered steady, predictable payouts. As competition increased, designers introduced high-volatility games with longer losing streaks and larger jackpots. These machines didn't appeal to everyone, but they created stronger emotional highs, which kept certain players engaged longer. Progressive jackpots deserve extra attention historically because they changed how players talked about slots. Before progressives, slot wins were private moments. Progressives turned slot play into shared anticipation. Entire casinos and even multiple casinos could root for a single number to hit. This social element made slots feel communal rather than solitary. Another fascinating detail is how slot themes mirror pop culture. From ancient mythology to TV shows and movies, slot machines evolved to reflect whatever audiences were already emotionally invested in. This wasn't just marketing, it was psychology. Familiar themes lowered resistance, making players more comfortable sitting down and spinning. The rise of ticket-in, ticket-out systems marked a major shift in how players experienced time. When coins disappeared, players lost a tangible sense of how much they were winning or losing. Credits feel abstract, and that abstraction changed spending behavior. This innovation wasn't about convenience alone, it reshaped how players perceive value. Slot machines also quietly influenced casino employment. As slots became dominant, casinos relied less on dealers and more on technicians, data analysts, and floor attendants. This shifted the workforce behind the scenes and changed how casinos operate at scale. In some jurisdictions, slot machines are legally classified not as gambling devices, but as amusement machines with prizes, a distinction that allowed them to exist where other games could not. These legal definitions played a huge role in how slots spread geographically, especially outside traditional casino hubs. Modern slot machines are now tested and certified by independent labs, ensuring payout percentages fall within regulated ranges. This wasn't always the case. Early machines operated with far less oversight, and trust in slots grew only after regulation caught up with technology. One of the most ironic facts in slot history is that despite massive technological advancement, the player's role hasn't changed at all. You still initiate the spin, you still wait, you still react. Everything else, the math, the pacing, the feedback, is doing the work behind the curtain. Today's slots are marvels of engineering and psychology. They're designed by teams of mathematicians, artists, sound designers, and behavioral scientists. Every symbol, sound, and animation serves a purpose. What began as a mechanical box with spinning reels is now one of the most sophisticated entertainment systems in the gambling world. Understanding the history of slot machines reveals an important truth. Slots didn't become dominant by accident. They were refined, tested, and perfected over decades. Casinos didn't just adopt slots, they built their business models around them. And yet, despite all this evolution, the fundamental experience hasn't changed. You press a button, the reels spin. For a brief moment, anything feels possible. That moment, the pause between spin and result, is the real product slot machines have always sold. Knowing where slots came from doesn't make them less fun, but it does make them clearer. When you understand their history, you see the design, the intent, and the trade-offs. Slot machines tell a story, not just of gambling, but of how technology shapes behavior one spin at a time. Looking back, slot machines didn't just evolve, they adapted. Every change responded to player behavior, regulation, or competition. The machines we see today are the result of 100 years of trial, error, and refinement. When you understand these smaller historical details, slot machines stop feeling random or mysterious. They start to look intentional because they are. Every reel, sound, and feature carries history with it, whether players notice or not. And that wraps up today's video. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel out and tells YouTube this is content worth sharing. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another strategy breakdown, game walkthrough, or insider tip. We've got tons of guides coming your way, and you'll want to be here when they drop.
And hey, tell me in the comments what you want to see next. Whether it's roulette strategies, blackjack tips, slot myths, virtual casino breakdowns, whatever you're curious about, let me know. Your ideas shape what we create.
Before you go, if you're serious about leveling up your casino knowledge, you have to check out the Ultimate Casino Guide. I put everything I've learned into one massive, easy-to-read resource designed to make you a smarter, more confident, more prepared player. If you've ever wondered which games actually give you the best odds, how do pros manage their bankroll so they don't blow it all in an hour, what tricks casinos use, both physical and digital, to influence your decisions, how to avoid the biggest money traps beginners fall into, then the Ultimate Casino Guide will change the way you play forever. It covers psychology, probability, strategy charts, real-world case studies, VR and online casino risks, loyalty program hacks, literally everything you need to walk into any casino and know exactly what you're doing. The link is right here on the end card. Click it and start transforming the way you play. Thanks for watching. Stay sharp, play smart, and I'll see you in the next video.